at the Hall of Fame, where we will be doing our Human Rights Ribbon Awards this evening. Follow us on our social media pages to stay updated. Bye! Now we are joined by Dr. Gugu, who is the CEO of SANAC. Please let us know, why are we having this awards today? What's so imperative about this award?
We are having these awards today to recognize excellence. But at the same time, we were saying the awards are not the end. They are a recognition of good work that people have done. They are a recognition of dedication and commitment. But they are also a stepping stone to say you need to do better. Anybody that doesn't win an award, it doesn't mean you haven't done well. All it means is that But as for today, it's about recognizing excellence, and anybody that believes in the rights of human beings around us enjoying our democracy without the hovering threat of HIV and TB is being recognized today, and we are celebrating excellence.
Thank you so much, by the way. You look so amazing.
Thank you.
That was our CEO of SANAC, Dr. Gugu. You heard for yourselves, colleagues, you must work hard so that you can earn these awards. Next year, we are having them multi-sectoral as civil society. This year, we are focusing on the stepping stone. Make sure that next year, you work hard to earn this award.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now we are joined by the national chairperson of the Law and Human Rights in South Africa of the civil society, Ntate Majuja, Thabo Majuja. Please tell us, why are we having this awards today?
Thank you very much. This award is to recognize our previous heroes because in other people's footsteps. Now we want to recognize the contribution that they've made, especially within the human rights sector. Because when we talk about Comrade Gugu, Dlamini, whether you talk about Nkosi Johnson, all it has to do with its advocacy in respect of human rights. And so we are here to celebrate that.
Thank you so much. We know you're a busy man, so we'll let you go. Thank you. And that was our national chairperson of the Law and Human Rights sector, Mr. Thabo Majuja. And it's Legotla 2025. We are here for the Red Ribbon Awards of the Law and Human Rights sector. We are joined by our Deputy Minister of Health and Jacques. How are you?
I'm fine. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So, what are you looking forward to today?
Well, health and human rights are closely interlinked. They are like twins.
Yeah.
So I want to come and experience the awards and see people who have been recognized for contribution. Exactly.
And since you know that we had our Legotla, what are your expectations in the whole meeting that we had? What are you anticipating to hear from the whole Legotla?
Well, I'm also looking forward to the feedback and hoping that in these difficult times, I'm sure civil society, as you know, very important in the fight against HIV/AIDS, TB, and sexually transmitted infections. So I'm expecting that various sectors within civil society deliberated on innovative ways in which we can catapult, the fight against HIV and AIDS and TB, and reach our goals.
Absolutely.
Of making sure 2030 as it comes,
wow,
we can indeed
reach our target.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You heard for yourself. We have government within civil society, so it means we are going to reach our goals. We are going to fight this battle, HIV, TB, and STI, together with civil society and government and private sector. That was our Deputy Minister.
Dumela. Ndawe Nkosi tsama kweni Honorable Deputy Minister, Honorable Pasha, the Deputy Minister of Women, Children and Persons with Disability in absentia, Honorable Itzige, the SANAC Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Tembisile Kulu, members of the Coordinating Committee, the Co-Deputy Chairpersons, Comrade Shilam Belekama, Comrade Mluleki Zazini, Chairpersons of our 7 provinces present here, fellow comrades, esteemed representatives from government, SANAC stakeholders, and partners.
Ngicela ukubingelela the Honorable Deputy Minister of Health, Ubaba Joe Phahla, Tau, who is going to be giving our keynote address. Good evening, DM. Uzwila ngi DM. There was a shout at the back there. Ngicela ukubingelela the first and second deputy chairpersons, uButim Loan Nokokushila, members of the National Coordinating Committee, to the provincial CSF chairs who are also the PCA co-chairs, to all the sector leaders and members, to the steering committee, and the people that put together these inaugural Red Ribbon Awards. Ngicela ukunibingelela, ngicela nibashayele izandla. This is the first of its kind, siyabonga. To all the honorees this evening, to our SANAC colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. We are gathered here today to celebrate excellence. It is indeed an honor to stand before you on this remarkable occasion as we come together to recognize the outstanding achievements of individuals and teams who have not only met the mark, but have gone beyond the mark. Tonight is more than just about the awards. It's about stories. Stories of perseverance, innovation, and the courage to dream big. Each name we call, each hand we shake, represents a journey of dedication and is testament to what is possible when passion meets purpose. These are the stories that inspire us, that remind us why we strive, and that light the way that others need to follow. We live in a world that often moves too fast, when the next challenge tends to arrive before we've fully savored the last victory. But here tonight, we are taking a pause. We are pausing to reflect on the power of human potential and to honor those that have turned obstacles into opportunities. Whether it's a breakthrough idea, or a selfless act, or a relentless pursuit of excellence, our award recipients embody the qualities that drive progress and uplift all of us. Let me ask you this. What does to be exceptional mean? Is it the loudest voice in the room? No. Is it the biggest title in the room? No. I believe it is something quieter, yet far more profound. It is the choice to show up day after day with integrity and grit. It's the willingness to push boundaries, not just for personal gain, but to make a difference. Our honorees tonight have done just that. They have shown us that greatness isn't a gift that is bestowed upon us. It's a garden that is cultivated through effort, through resilience, and through just a heart of good measure. To the recipients, congratulations. This moment is yours and it is well deserved. But let me also challenge you. Don't let this be the peak of your story. Use this as recognition fuel to climb even higher, to inspire others, and to leave a legacy that echoes beyond this room. You've already proven that you have got what it takes. Now show us what is next. And to everyone that is here, let us not just applaud the winners tonight, but let us learn from them. Let their achievements ignite something within us, a spark to pursue our own goals with renewed vigor. Because the truth is, each and every one of us has got the capacity for excellence, and it's not reserved for the select few. It is a seed that is waiting within all of us to grow within the right conditions.
The SANAC CEO, Dr. T, the chairperson of the SANAC Civil Society Forum, Comrade Gugu, and the entire leadership of the coordinating committee, the provincial chairpersons of civil society, the leaders of sectors, 18 sectors within SANAC. I want to greet you all this evening, comrades. As EPL HIV sector, we want to welcome this initiative that is led by the human rights and law sector. We are so wish this launch was happening while these comrades, our comrade Gugu Dlamini, our comrade Mosane, our comrade Jacques, our comrade Mosane, no comrade Gugu Dlamini, comrade Pro, Babe Gandhi, Bebe Sapila, so that they can see the way about recognize Wangayo today. We believe that this is a way of recognition for the work that we are all doing in the response on the HIV, TB, and STIs.
Entertainment, Hakilu Abshe Nandugum Kabakabi Kabele Vini. I says his cause. Hantle na hantle ki betlilwe. Ki betlilwe kale betela laba sotho. Na hantle ki musotho. Ki busotwana batlaku yatakwani. Me bante kulambona bampone kile mosehlana. Leteng haki ki yona kakuya tekwane esokang ibutswa na hantle ki betlilwe ka lebetlela la bafokeng na hantle ki mofokeng mokomana mamaradi ya hapole ke raraile hlo ke o ja hlo ya khomo ke le moena na hantle ki betlilwe. Hantse ke dutse fatshe mo go tlule mme mong a ntse a bua ka dintho tsa bohlokwa ke ha ke qapa ka speed fela ba nka di mapene Ke ke lebaka la hore re mengwe sebakeng sena ke hore rona ha re etsa tjena re etsa welele re a leboha siabulela hea cancer re itse rona ha re etsa tjena re a leboha siabulela hea cancer re a leboha Nkosi nathi Johnson re a leboha Gugu Dlamini re a leboha Kitse re a leboha Jacques Lloyd re a leboha hobane le lwanne ya masetla dibete le sebete tema la ehlatha nka le tikatiko hantle hara masetla dibete le bile sebete la utulla bogabane lona gabane tseso Kitse rona ha re etsa tjena re etsa welele re a leboha siabulela hea cancer ntse le hantle ke ho itswe ke tlo etsa entertainment jwale ka ke hlaha from the human rights sector rona we are advocating for the human rights. I mean, we are advocating for those who have been raped. We are advocating for all the sectors. Children's sector, women's sector, all the sectors. And I decided to do this piece. In 1993, I was raped by my uncle. Then, even today, is still the pain. I just wish it can end just tonight. I've been asking myself one question, saying, why you with all the people? I mean, why you with all the people? Unusual disease is about to take my life. I will leave this world with pains and tears, remembering I'm infected because of you. Raped me at the age of 7, as young as I was, as innocent as I was. I will leave this world with pains and anger that I won't get married or be loved. Here, when they discriminate my infection, listen to the pain in my heart. It hurts like my son's death. It beats like Sukupu Saba Apostola. I wish I can give him a finita to destroy him to death. Malume waka with all the people. I never wished to feel like this. I never wished to be betrayed and hated. But Malume waka affected my life. I get it's entertainment. As I leave the stage, hona jwale, ke tlo le etsetsa e le nngwe. Ke ntse ke le busy ntse ke etsa research from the human rights, and bontate they complained that bomme le abachika ka tlung le ba etsetsa lerate, and they hate that. And at the end of the day, they have a fitla clinic in the sisters le bona, they are shouting, and even women are making noise. Ke kopa pele ba tloa ka tlung wa utlwa le re ho bona ke shebile ntatwana ya motle wa kwete le mo bone o na eme mona ha o mo sheba o re pele a ya kliniking a tseba ho galo dula khanolotsa ke re o re gomarane ya kokotane le hakwe la pelo ya wena mogethwa wa ditakatso tsaka sena o nkgarumela o nteteka o nkakasa o nhlapaola o nhlubudisa le ha ke le tsopale lebelebe se le balwa le tshiu ke o tswaletse bupua tsempe di rathana ke le mmabobe mmadikarete fela nkgantshe tle ke o laolele ke o hlatswe qati ke o pholle momo moho le maoto ke o pho Taminwana. Ere hamadia wa tata phalla ha monate jole ka metsi a nokeng. O hopole hore wena o kgomarane ya kokotane le hakwe la pelo ya ka. Mokgethwa wa ditakatso tsa ka. Ya hle. Sena unkgaula unkgarumela onteteka onkakasa onhlapaola onhlubudisa. A ke re ntse le hopotse hore bomme ba ntse ba bolaua haholo matsatsing ana ke re ntse re phutha ditopo every time every day. Mme jwale ke ngotse ya o qetela mo ke reng ho bontate ka hlompho le boikokobetso le skela lebala hore rona
Sahamba manje siyejebhela in the meantime hibari apha amaselula in the meantime jabuza in the mix hibari ngicela ukubona ipiya phezulu ngicela ukubona ipiya hibari khona zolahla in the meantime hibari sidlubu shabetu hibari sidlubu shabetu hibari sidlubu shabetu usidlubu shabetu usiphethe nabantwana in the meantime hibari tibiribiribi posa.
Thank you very much. Thank you, program directors. I was wondering what song is going to bring me to the stage so that I can show a little bit of belly dance. Kodwa manje bangiletha ngengoma elapha ebukhweni bami kwaZulu. Manje ngakwazi nje ukudansa le Zulu dance. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, program directors. I'm sure before I can say anything, I'm sure all of us will agree that, we appreciate the very courageous and, inspiratory words of Rabetsu. Entertainment, but also very strong message. Thank you very much, Ukai Rabetsu. Thank you very much. Let me recognize our leaders who brought us here. Our chair of civil society, Bab Solin Dugu. Our first and second deputy chairs, Babu Mlu and Ugogo Sheila. Members of the National Coordinating Committee, our provincial civil society forum chairs and all the leaders from the provinces, all the 18 sector leaders and members, the steering committee and inaugural Red Ribbon Awards Committee, all the honorees for this evening and all of you beautiful guests, beautiful attendees, members of civil society. You are indeed very beautiful, but I must complain. I must lodge a complaint over, I think somebody was jealous. They didn't tell me about the theme, because you would have seen the best of Skukune. With my nice leopard skin and my spear. So Babu Soli, next time, tell me in advance so that I can bring the best of Bapedi, show you what we're made of. I would like to first congratulate Civil Society Forum for, I spoke to you yesterday from Cape Town. But obviously on a virtual, you don't have a sense. I can see that I've missed a lot in this Legotla. Very vibrant, and I'm sure this was the mood throughout the Legotla. So congratulations to the leadership for this very vibrant Legotla. I'm sure we're going to get very inspiring reports in this. And it's nice to have this atmosphere in the time when some people want to press us down and retard the progress which we have achieved so far. So I feel very revived. The spirit here is really very reviving in terms of the fight which we are still, the struggle we are waging. When we say Aluta continue, making sure that by 2030 we can defeat HIV and AIDS as a public health threat, we can defeat TB, we can also eliminate sexually transmitted infections. Also, just to say thank you very much, and we congratulate you for this very important initiative which we are here about this evening, and also for recognizing our leaders and heroes who made significant contribution in the fight against HIV, AIDS, TB, and sexually transmitted infections. Indeed, I'm sure the friends, families will feel very much, inspired and recognized through what the initiative you have taken. It is my hope that this evening is just the beginning of more frequent and in-depth engagements between all the partners in regards to human rights and how we take human rights forward. All the partners, government, the legal fraternity, all our international and UN partners as well as our partners in the private sector forum. Now more than ever, there is a sense of urgency, a pressing need to step up all our efforts to protect and promote human rights for all. It's also very significant, and I'm sure it's not by accident, that we are launching these awards on Human Rights Month, in the month of March, and also just 2 days before Human Rights Day. What a correct timing in terms of launching these awards. So as we will be commemorating Human Rights Day on Friday in the Eastern Cape, we will be reminded of the sacrifices that accompanied many who led us in the struggles for democracy. Yet as South Africa, we still have a long way to go in terms of making sure that all South Africans enjoy their human rights. Hate speech, violence, and GBV and murder, targeting especially vulnerable populations, remain of grave concern, particularly amongst the key populations, transgender and other marginalized groups. And today it's a shame that leaders of some, what is supposed to be most powerful nations feel proud to marginalize key populations. We must say shame to them. Today we honor the legacy of human rights defenders who paid the ultimate price for their courage. As I walked through the Hall of Fame this evening, where we pay tribute to remarkable activists, I was reminded of their words that continue to resonate, also to challenge and also to inspire us, and for which some of these words we can just say a few among some of those in their recognition. Always, of course, when we are in Durban, we remember Gugu Dlamini. And in the words of her daughter, Mandisa, who recalled, I quote, "I remember it was December when my mother came out about her HIV status. She came to me first and said, 'Mandisa, I will go and tell everyone about HIV and AIDS,' close quote." And we know that it's history now that Gugu Dlamini was murdered for declaring her HIV status. Her bravery reminds us that stigma indeed kills, because stigma did kill Gugu Dlamini. But on the other hand, we say, and I'm sure that's why also we have this awards here to say, silence is not an option. We also, in congratulating the leadership, recognizing Nkosi Johnson, who was just a child when he spoke power to truth. Who can forget that International AIDS Conference in Durban, standing side by side with the leader of our country, founding President Mandela, when he said, Nkosi Johnson, I quote, "Care for us and accept us. We are all human beings. We are normal," close quote. You can't get AIDS if you touch, hug, kiss, or hold hands with someone who's infected, again, quoting Nkosi Johnson. Words of wisdom way, way, way beyond his age. So we want to embrace those words, and again, thank you very much to the leaders and organizers for bringing Nkosi Johnson to life with this recognition. The very brave Prudence Mabele, an unapologetic force for justice. She also once said, I quote, "They were very happy to meet me. They needed someone who was willing to stand up and challenge the prejudice against HIV-infected people." Close quote. And Prudence challenged not only the prejudice surrounding HIV, but also the deeply ingrained gender inequalities that still persist today. She also, at some stage, said men's attitudes towards women's rights and sexuality needs to change. But women also have to help the process. And so I was just saying, quoting a few of the people our heroes you're recognizing here, of course, including Andrew, Mosane, and Jacques, Lloyd. All of them are our heroes, and we are indeed very pleased that you found it fit to recognize them as you initiate these awards. Their voices remind us that human rights violations are not relics of the past, but present and still a reality. Key and vulnerable populations often find themselves in a perilous position, ostracized by their own families, by their own communities, and sometimes by even the very system which is meant to look after and protect them. The stigma that surrounds key populations remain massive. Discrimination is never too far. It's always within our midst. So the importance of this Red Ribbon Awards cannot be overstated. These awards recognize and honor those who are at the forefront of reducing stigma and discrimination. Our NSP 2023 to 2028 aligns also with the epidemiological data, placing key populations at the center of elimination and the spread of HIV, TB, and sexually transmitted infections. This approach also aligns well with the WHO agenda for elimination of HIV, TB as public health threats, emphasizing the central role of communities in driving the fight against all these epidemics. While key populations are essential to eliminating these epidemics as public health threats by 2030, they also face barriers in accessing HIV, TB, and STI services. We recognize this very well as government and especially as the Department of Health, and we keep on trying to improve. And thanks also, we appreciate your assistance and you always, being there to push us to make sure that all these barriers can be reduced, if not completely eliminated. Human rights violations result in reluctance to seek care, to seek justice, to approach also welfare system and also other essential services because of this discrimination. The South African National Human Rights Plan seeks to address these barriers by tackling gender inequality and human rights violations that increase vulnerability and prevent people from accessing services. It prioritizes women, adolescents and young people, sex workers, drug users, people in correctional centers, LGBTQI plus individuals, and also people with disabilities. As part of this commitment, we really want to again congratulate SANAC and CSF for launching the awards tonight, which, as we have been informed, are going to lead to the Zero Stigma Day later this year. I want to leave you, as we talk about human rights, leave you with the words of our president, who will, of course, again be giving us a message on Friday from Kabeja. I quote a message from one of the speeches of the president: human rights are universal. They are not relative. For as long as only some enjoy them and others don't, our task is not over. For as long as some still face discrimination, oppression, and exploitation, none of us can be truly free. So there can be no freedom when others are not free, close quote. So we need to join hands to promote the human rights and social justice so that all South Africans, especially key and vulnerable populations, can enjoy the freedoms, can be able to access all essential and necessary services without any fear of any discriminations. Again, we say thank you very much to the leaders of SANAC and civil society. Also to say that I'm sure friends, families, comrades will feel really honored for the step you have taken to launch these awards, and also identifying them with our very dear heroes and heroines of the struggle against discrimination, a struggle against stigma, and a struggle to make sure that everyone can enjoy human rights. Amandla, aluta, kesamichi kosha ya spedi kitabua.
Human rights is not about a sector, it's about everyone. Because if you look even at the names of the people, the names of the awards, you will see that it's people from different sectors, but they led us and enabled us to at least find this pathway. We can talk about stigma index, access to ARVs, TAC, going to court. It's a long struggle. Nkosi Johnson, I can say a lot about it, but I'm just happy that the speakers before me has set the tone. And all I can say is that I want to welcome everybody here. And the other thing is that I cannot say let's thank the law and human rights sector because this was a collaboration of all the sectors. This is the work of SANAC as a whole. All the sectors, you are acknowledged. This is your work, and now we are here to celebrate your work. With not much to say, I think let me just say thank you very much. I won't be long because everybody has been saying the same thing that I was going to be saying. Thank you very much. Can I just maybe call the MC to come continue with citations? Thank you very much. And enjoy the night.
Gentlemen, I am from the Northwest Province, Provincial Chair, Law and Human Rights Sector. I am here to present the Nkosi Johnson Award.
Nkosi Johnson was born Xolani Nkosi on 4 February 1989, and he passed away on the 1st of June 2001. He was a South African child with HIV and AIDS, greatly influenced public perception of the pandemic and its effects before his death at the age of 12. He was born and lived during tumultuous times when people were dying because of the policy choice that the government of the day had chosen to follow. Nkosi was ranked 5th among the SABC 3 great South Africans. At the time of his death, he was the longest surviving child born HIV positive in South Africa. The award is for championing the provision of antiretroviral treatment for HIV positive individuals. When you are alive, no matter how short you may live, make the greatest contribution and leave a legacy behind, just like Nkosi did. Nkosi Johnson's legacy is a testament to the power of one person to make a difference. May we strive to follow on his footsteps, using our life to make a positive impact and create a better future for all. Can you please stand on your feet and put your hands together to help me welcome the chairperson of the PLHIV sector, the Honorable Mr. Mabele Zazini.
My leader, please bring the award with you so we can see who it's going to. Leadership Zazini, please bring. We are anxious to see who this award you've got in your hand is going to. Come closer, sir, so we can see.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nkosi Johnson Award, it goes to, drum roll,
Treatment Action Campaign.
Come and get it!
I'm not sure what to say, comrades. I was caught by surprise. I think the comrades also from TAC are caught by surprise. We didn't expect this, but I want to thank the Law and Human Rights sector, the chairperson of PLHIV sector, the Deputy Minister, CEO, chairperson of civil society, Sianbonga Nonke. I just want to say, comrades, this work, as much as this award goes to TAC, we know all of us that we contributed. We fought together. And as we are here today, we know that the Orange Man is trying to demoralize us. With or without resources, phambili siyaya. Sizoqhubeka silwele impilo zethu. With or without money, we will survive as people living with HIV. and sizolwela ukuthi by 2030 si-eliminate i-HIV. Sizosebenza no-government wase-South Africa ukwenza sure ukuthi usilwela i-Africa. Ngilwa serious nale ndoda because what he has done, it's not fair. But ke asincenga ama-resources. Asizuphiliswa imali yakhe. Nalo mhlaba wethu sawulwela, neimpilo zethu sizozilwela. Masiqhubekeni silwa. Amandla! Amandla!
Really great to see that how this uplifts the community and how people without any stigma or any with disabilities have been excluded and marginalized from pandemic responses, preparedness, and
CEO, please bring the award so we can see Mama who got it.
To the Honorable Mapaseka Steve Letike.
Dear friends, comrades, greetings to you. I am overwhelmed with this gratitude to have been selected to receive the Dr. Jacques Lloyd Award. Thank you all so much for your consideration and your grace towards my work. I'm so honored to have my work recognized in the way that you do as SANAC Civil Society Forum. But I must say that many hours went, many years went, and dedicated approach in doing this work has been given to this task. It means so much to me that the work that we do passionately resonate with others. This task and this recognition, it's not something that I did alone. There are many others who deserve to share in this award, and part of which is the many sectors and many people, in particular persons with disability, who share into this work, subjecting their bodies, their knowledge, their expertise, but also their commitment to ensuring that the rights of persons with disability, the ideas and aspiration of inclusion and diversity are lived through the expression that we've always wanted, which is enshrined in the Constitution through rights. I would like to thank you for the journey that we've walked together as SANAC Civil Society. Since the inception of SANAC in 2000, we've seen many generations of NSP that has transformed and that has had an opportunity to target persons who are vulnerable and persons who are key to the response. We have done so much as South Africa. We have achieved so much in South Africa, but more still needs to be done. And we cannot look away. I want to thank you for this task and the motivation that we must continue to do more. And this human rights awards that you are hosting, and I wish you can continue to do so. Not only does it lift the idea of a red ribbon, but it lifts the idea that we leave nobody behind. I will continue my effort in my new task and responsibility as the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, which is also responsible for women, youth, and persons with disability. That this task that we've started long time ago in the social justice, we will continue to shine, we will continue to lift up, and we will continue to serve in this 7th administration of government. President Ramaphosa indicated that we are a nation that works for all, and that all represents everybody, people living with HIV, women, men, gender non-conforming persons, LGBTI people. It includes children, it includes every person, including persons with disability. As you know that we have even what we call a white paper on the rights of persons with disability. All of us must be charged with the responsibility to know what it stands for and how we can integrate it in our work. Persons with disability are not a charity case. Make sure you create opportunities for them. Make sure they are included on the table of planning, implementing, and decision-making. Make sure that they are equally compensated. Make sure that the opportunities that we seek are opportunities that are also for them. So I really want to say that when we bring a positive change in the field of HIV, TB, and STI response, or in the field of public health, we have to ensure that that positive change changes the lives and the livelihood of people. So I'm humbled and appreciative, and thank you for this recognition. It's a recognition for you and I, and for South Africans, and for Africa to be a better place for us. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good evening, leaders. Good evening, family. On behalf of Steve Mapaseka, Emily Litzike, we want to thank each and every one of you. We know for a fact that she is where she is because of each and every one of you, your support, your guidance, and always being there for her. And I know very well that she just didn't receive this because of some part of work that she did. Most of the work was done behind closed doors. Most of the work is the work that is done, most of the people will never find out. She would wake up at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., making sure that she's there to support each and every other person. We are your family because Steve made sure that each and every person that exists within LGBTIQ+ family, within all other sectors, as long as a person is alive, to Steve, it was a worth fighting for cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the next category goes to Gugu Dlamini.
In 1998, HIV and AIDS activist Gugu Dlamini was beaten to death near KwaMashu Township outside Durban after publicly disclosing her HIV positive status. Her death, an example of the depth of HIV stigma, shook South Africa and drove us to resolve address HIV and TB as public health challenges that must be ended in 2030.
The Gugu Dlamini Award is to honor the life and legacy of Gugu Dlamini for standing up against HIV discrimination and creating a movement of activists for justice for people living with HIV and AIDS. As we celebrate the Gugu Dlamini Award, let us remember that the fight against HIV and AIDS is far from over. But with courage, determination, and the inspiration of heroes like Gugu Dlamini, we can create a brighter, more just future for all. With that said, I'd like to call Babsoli to hand over the award.
Comrades, fellow compatriots, the Gugu Dlamini Award goes to National Association of People Living with HIV and AIDS.
Amandla, let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers of this event for their recognition of the work that we've done as NAPWA for the past 30 years. We want to thank everyone who have been supporting the organization, and we still believe that Comrade Gugu Dlamini was one of the first comrades who led the disclosure and advocacy campaign for NAPWA. And we are yet to address a stigma, HIV stigma and the TB stigma, and now there's mental health. So with this award, as NAPWA, we want to dedicate it to all the activists that are fighting HIV stigma, TB stigma, and mental health. Amandla, phansi ngestigma se-HIV and AIDS, phansi. Phansi ngestigma se-TB, phansi. Phansi ngestigma se-mental health, phansi. Amandla, siyabulela.
And the next category goes to the legend Mosane. We'll call upon Kineilwe Zulu to do the citation.
Good evening, everyone. Introducing the award of Mosane. Mosane, affectionately known as Udruza, was a dedicated HIV/AIDS and human rights activist who passed away on the 15th of January 2021. At the time of his death, Andrew left behind a legacy of social justice advocacy. Andrew was a prominent figure in the fight for health rights, particularly for those living with HIV and TB. He is remembered as a feisty, dedicated, chaotic, lovely, and unwavering and passionate activist. Mosane's life and work continues to inspire those who fight for social justice. And in that said, may the Andrew Mosane Award, Druza, fearless spirit and unwavering commitment to social justice, inspire us to commit and continue his legacy of advocating for health rights, education, and empowerment. And to hand over this prestige award, the Honorable Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Pat.
Okay, thank you very much. A little bit confusing, I'm sure. Yeah, they've sorted out the confusion I was getting. I thought maybe I was given the wrong award, but I'm now assured that it is the right award. You will understand why it was a bit confusing. So the Andrew Mosane Award, you'll understand the confusion, is awarded to Prudence Mabele posthumously. I'm sure you understand the bit of confusion. It's awarded to Prudence Mabele posthumously.
Amandla, Womandla. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much about this award. It truly represents Prudence Mabele, and as PWN Sasala, and we lift up the legacy of Prudence. So I think this award is going to the Prudence Mabele leadership provincial coordinators who are working tirelessly so on the ground to fight for women's rights, to make sure that women on the ground are getting treatment, they are adhering to their treatment. So about this, I think it's special for all provincial leaders of EPWN. Amandla!
Of young women, viva! 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 The spirit of girls, viva! Viva! Amandla! Awesu! Amandla! Awesu! Amandla! Awesu! Awesu! Amandla! Awesu! Amandla! Ah, you got it, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next category, Prudence Mabele. Let us welcome Lindiwe Mahlangu on stage. Thank you.
Sanbonani. Hey, Mina, the only time I stand in front of people is when I'm telling them about my HIV. So today, I've been sent to read a speech for Prudence Mabele's award ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and honored recipients, today we are gathered to celebrate and Today we gathered to celebrate the remarkable legacy of Prudence Nobantu Mabele, a true champion for the rights of women and children living with HIV and a feminist and fights advocacy against gender-based violence. Prudence was not only a dedicated activist and a traditional health practitioner, but also a vibrant fashionista who embodied strength and resilience. Born on July 21, 1971, Prudence was diagnosed with HIV in 1990 and bravely went public with her status just 2 years later, becoming a trailblazer in the fight against stigma and discrimination. In 1996, she founded the Positive Women's Network, an organization that continues to strive today, empowering women, adolescent girls, and young women. Prudence's vision and commitment to the needs of have left an indelible mark on countless lives. Throughout her journey, Prudence collaborated with UNAIDS and numerous local and international organizations, playing a pivotal role in founding both the National Association of People Living with HIV or we call it NAPWA, and the Treatment Action Campaign, TAC. Her contribution to the movement and her many accolades, including the prestigious Felipa de Souza Award in 1999. In 2004, she even had the honor of carrying the Olympic flame, a testament to her inspiring spirit. Prudence left us in 2017, but her legacy continues to shine brightly. Her organization, Positive Women's Network, continues to advocate for the rights of women living with HIV and preventing of GBVF in her memory. The International AIDS Society established the annual Prudence Mabele Award, recognizing those who embody her unwavering commitment to human rights and advocacy. This award celebrates the spirit of peaceful defiance that Prudence exemplified, reminding us that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. As we present this award today, let us remember Prudence. Begati singaisusa nanini na. We will find a way to ensure justice prevail. May her courage and determination inspire us all to stand up for the rights of the marginalized and to continue the fight for the world where dignity and respect are afforded to everyone. I thank you, Omandla.
Tandi Maluka, come through with that award, Mama, so we can see Uguti who it is going to.
Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This special award is going to Judge Edwin Cameron.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Cameron is in KZN doing prison visits. We've been communicating, but unfortunately he was supposed to have sent the video today. He hasn't, but he has accepted the award, so that's why I'm just holding it on his behalf. We will make sure that it gets delivered to him. Thank you very much.
Let's give them a round of applause.